exposed to something a lot, your heart starts to become desensitized. In other words, you become numb. Say you're always seeing some sort of shamelessness. What's shamelessness? Shamelessness, these sins, things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dislikes, and they're shameless. That when you get exposed to that again and again, this is now going in your eyes, your ears. What it does is not only is it putting a black spot on your heart, but it's starting to numb your heart. It makes you become less and less sensitive to the fact that this is wrong. And now, over time, you'll be able to see it, and it has no effect on you. Let me give you just one example. We in America have become desensitized to the sexualization of women. This is just one example. We've become so used to seeing semi-naked women everywhere. On billboards, on magazines, in movies and commercials. It doesn't even flinch us anymore. We don't even get bothered by it. We think it's almost like, oh, it's normal. We see it in the grocery stores, like, We see it on the billboard, But this is something that should flinch us. The fact that women are being sexualized, in other words, they're being used as sex objects, this should disgust us. But we've gotten so desensitized to it. Why? Because it's everywhere. This is what happens when you become exposed excessively to something that is sinful, that is wrong, or that is shameful. And the problem is when you're in an environment that literally has no concept of hayat. Can I tell you, the Prophet ﷺ told us that one of the most important qualities of our deen is hayat. What's hayat? Modesty, generally said, right? Do you know we live in a culture that finds modesty to be something disgusting, almost something that's almost like a weakness? It is shunned. We live in a culture where modesty is shunned. Can you imagine that conflict? How does one deal with that conflict? That modesty is considered a weakness. And that is what you're exposed to. You might think, but we're practicing, right? Me and my spouse are practicing, so we'll have an influence. Well, that's beautiful. But if you actually read the research about children, teenagers, you will find that the biggest influence is not from you, it's from the peers. It's from the people around them. It's from the friends. It's from the people they see. And finally, if you just look at it, how much time do you spend with your children per day, and how much time are they spending at school? These are things we have to think about, and we can't turn the other way.